Hey guys, it's Freya. Welcome back to my channel. I'm hoping that this isn't going to be the video that I kind of come back with because it's a little bit deep, but if it is, I'm sorry. This is going to be heavier than I thought. Well, it's going to be heavier than I wanted my first video back to be. You know, I thought I would do like a video where I don't know, doing a video with Josh or doing a video with the girls or just doing something stupid, which is what I kind of want my channel to be anyway. So don't think for a minute that my channel is just going to be me sitting talking about deep topics. But if this is the video that I'm coming back to YouTube with, hi, I'm sorry, I'm not normally this deep, but welcome. Basically, this is just going to be a topic that also, I really think that my outfit is cute, so I want to get the whole outfit in. Hang on. Look, it's cute. Got cute jeans and yeah, cute. Anyway, so for the past, I want to say year, I have been experiencing conflicting emotions when it comes to self-care and self-doubt, and kind of distinguishing the differences between those two things. So when I kind of decided to take my foot off the pedal a little bit when it came to this channel, I kind of was like, I'm just gonna take some time to kind of look after myself, because I found that I was getting very stressed out with being consistent on this channel as well as working a job at Sadman Clothing. And so I decided to do that for myself, and also I was feeling very uninspired, and I kind of blamed that on the fact that I was quite overwhelmed with the amount of things I had to do. Even though in hindsight I really wasn't doing that much, I just felt like I couldn't really deal with the amount that I was doing. That's essentially why I kind of took my foot off of the pedal, and I just wanted time to have to myself and to like just stop stressing and to kind of, I guess, realign would be the right word to use. But I think there's like definitely a blurred line between self-care and just having a lot of self-doubt. Like, because I think over this past year I've realised that no matter how much self-care I take and like how much time away from making videos I take, I will still have that self-doubt. So when does it get to a point where it's unhealthy to keep pushing yourself? And also on the other line, when does it get unhealthy to ignore it and just keep going and keep going and keep going? That's something that I'm now at a point where I'm like, well, I still have self-doubt in me that I feel like I always will, and I think, you know what, everyone does, right? And this is another thing I wanted to talk about. When you're surrounded by people who do a similar job to you or who are self-employed and they're still thriving and they're still putting in all their hard work and effort, it comes a point where it's like, am I just lazy? And that is something that I've battled with, because now, even if I kind of like take some time off, like take a day off, like, because now, if those of you who don't know, I now stream, and as of January the 1st, I will be like kind of doing full-time YouTube, which is this, and also streaming as well on my second YouTube channel, which is Phrase Plays. If you're not already subscribed and you like gaming, feel free to go drop a subscribe over there. But yeah, like if I wanted to kind of like take a day off where I just like laid in bed and watched Netflix, I genuinely can't do that anymore without feeling like really guilty about it. Without feeling like I should be working or I should be doing something. And I'm pretty sure I've heard this quite a lot when it comes to being self-employed and all of that stuff. Like even just like being a creator in general, you always feel like you could be doing more than what you're doing. I know that is definitely a common thing amongst my friends, and that is something that I've kind of struggled with, because it's like, I used to work a normal kind of job. I mean, I say normal, I mean it's definitely very normal now to do YouTube, but I used to work as an estate agent in London, and I definitely had time, well kind of, I worked very long hours, but when my day ended, I went home and I relaxed. I watched Netflix, I done whatever, whereas now I feel like when I stop streaming, should I be working on a video? Should I be doing this and that? And like when do you kind of get time for yourself? And it's like maybe you just don't, as someone who is self-employed. And like, I don't know, because obviously we all have goals, and like if I have a goal to reach, I don't have time to sit and watch Netflix, right? At least that's something that I've been kind of subconsciously told. If I want to get somewhere in life, I need to just be working all the time in order to get there. And that's proven by my friends. They have done that. They don't really have time for themselves, but they're very successful. So, but then it kind of comes at a cost to your mental health if you are not like super strong in that regard. I never was one to suffer with any kind of like mental illness or like anxiety, depression, or anything like that. I've been quite fortunate in that regard. But I done a video on this channel a while ago, like saying that I was going to take a break from YouTube. I think it was like August last year. And I said in that video that since starting my YouTube channel, I have definitely like had bouts of anxiety, and I think that stems from being like having like a lot of self-doubt within myself and within my abilities to even do this job. So, this is so deep, and I'm really sorry if this is one, the first video that you've seen of me, and two, a video that you've been waiting for, and it's this one. Yeah, I do apologise for that. It is very deep, but you know, I feel like it's a topic that I really want to talk about because yeah, I think it can be quite difficult to distinguish the difference. I've written some notes down in my phone because I want to kind of like stay on track, and I know I've already probably gone off track. But I think the main thing I want to kind of like open up just as a discussion, and I don't want to be like controversial, and I don't want to like say the wrong thing, but like, when does taking care of yourself and taking yourself away from work for a certain amount of time, that could be for a week, a month, however long you feel like you need, when does that turn into making excuses to yourself to not do what you should be doing? Does that make any sense? I really hope it does. When does it turn into, okay, I still feel sad, I still feel a lot of doubt, but then, you know, personally, like, you can tell people, you can lie to people, yourself, and say, I'm just not ready to go back yet, or I'm just not ready to make a video, I'm just not ready to do this or that, or like whatever it is. I'm just using video because that's kind of like the situation that I find myself in sometimes, so I'm kind of using myself as an example. When does that change from like genuinely meaning it and needing this time to lying to yourself because you're scared of other things, or because like you're lazy? Like, when does that happen? And like, I've literally had this argument in my head for the past year, like, am I just lazy? And the more I think about it, I don't think I'm lazy. I just think my self-doubt definitely gets in the way, and it makes me procrastinate, and it makes me not want to do things because I'll get upset if I don't get the right outcome, or I'll get upset if I feel like I haven't done a good job in getting my point across. Like, this video, it is currently, what time is it? It's 10 to 4 in the afternoon, and I've had all day to film this video, and I've been doubting whether I'm gonna say it right. What if I say the wrong thing and people don't like it, or like I offend someone? Like, it's just, my brain is ridiculous sometimes, like genuinely so boring. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of open up that topic of discussion. Like, obviously, you know deep within yourself whether you are making an excuse or whether you genuinely need this time. You do. You know deep down. And when does that kind of blur, and like, when do you kind of like take advantage of the fact that you know, like, I need this time out? But when does it you know what I'm trying to say, or if I'm not, then I'm really sorry, and let me know in the comments if you think I'm not getting my point across correctly. But right now, obviously, as I've said, I've left my job now at Sidemen Clothing to focus on this full-time as well as streaming, and I just wanted to kind of say this on my channel just so that you guys can kind of try and understand where my kind of headspace is. And like, I obviously love you guys who kind of tell me like, Freya, it's fine like to take a break, like have a day off, like do this, do that. But when should you push yourself to actually, no, I'm not gonna let myself stop me from doing what I want to do? Like, when does that kick in? Do you know what I mean? When does that kick in? And like, when should I ignore my brain telling me that I shouldn't do this because I can't do it, or because I'm tired, or because I'd rather watch a Netflix documentary? Like, when do I say no? You need to be pushed, and you need to do this. And then on the other side, when is it unhealthy to do that? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, this is basically just what I wanted to talk about today, because I find it, I can't be the only one going through this, although it very much seems like it sometimes when all of your peers and your friends are kind of like grinding through and doing their thing without kind of appearing to struggle whatsoever. But yeah, I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you guys are experiencing anything similar, or whether you have any questions. I don't know, I just want to know your opinion on what I've said, because I don't even know if it's made any sense. I'm gonna need to watch back the footage and see if I've actually articulated myself properly and you guys can actually understand me. But yeah, the main point what I wanted to make is, when does you telling yourself that you're gonna take a break translate into, okay, I'm getting used to this kind of break lifestyle, I need to kind of like go back to work, and like, but not doing it, you know? I don't know, it's just something that I really wanted to talk about, and I think it could actually be beneficial for others to hear that you're not the only one going through it, if that is what you're also going through. And I don't know, I just think it's a good thing to talk about, especially as a creator myself, and it could also just help people who are kind of maybe trying to look to go into this job. There can be a lot of pressures, you know, a lot of pressures and a lot of competition, and maybe a lot of self-doubt as well. Maybe I'm not the only one. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but maybe I'm one of a lot who also experience this, but they're maybe able to overcome it better than I am, you know? So yeah, this is basically what I've been struggling with this past year, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And as I said, I'm sorry if this is the first video that you're coming back to. I promise that the next one will be much happier and much more cheery. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video regardless. Please leave a comment down below if you can relate, or maybe if you can't and you know, you just want to give your opinion. That would be really, really good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!